Exterior, Church Street Marketplace during the day. A note. Throughout the screenplay, all named characters are trans unless explicitly specified otherwise. A voiceover in the darkness.
Whenever I get overwhelmed about this stupid world, I think about the Church Street Marketplace.
We start to see this as stylish but real documentary footage of cis people shopping, hanging out, busking, etc.
There's something special about this town. Maybe it's got to do with our vicious winters, where you either hide out and get weird, or you choose to bundle up, go out and see the people you love. Every day people are on Church Street. All kinds of people. It sounds corny, but I think we're all choosing love over solitude. It's not always cool.
Fabian, goatee, soulful grunge rocker, 30s, cis, he, busks.
Namaste. Namaste.
As we move along the Church Street Marketplace.
But it's always here, even that year we spent in quarantine. Sure, we were mean to each other online, on the internet, but we also brought each other food, we shared therapists. Sometimes things are rough, but even when it's rough, this is still Burlington, Vermont.
Thank you! Burlington, Vermont, by Imogen Binnie. Our readers today are Ro, Tanae, Lawson, Asha, Lucy, Marky, Edie, Nat, Char, Mills, Sody, Scout, Mish, Sam, Simona, Willow, Kirsten, Jamie, and Milo. Interior, horrifying squat basement. Night. A beat-up kick drum reading Ram Fuckle Glory Hole, played by Phoebe, late 40s, she, alongside guitarist and singer Jess, 40s, she, both tattooed and dirty, decades into a crust punk lifestyle. Phoebe leans into the microphone.
This is for the outcasts!
Wrong lyrics. Both stop playing.
Fuck! Why are we doing this again?
Because we hate the radio beat.
More than we hate Starbucks.
We can hate more than one thing.
Yeah, we can. These two hate everything. They high five.
Okay, but if we hate the radio bean, why are we trying to win their Christmas song competition?
Because the winner of the Christmas song competition plays the big Church Street Christmas thing.
Ooh, and it would be hilarious if it wasn't.
Fucking soul hooker.
Even funnier if it was two old dirtbags everyone in town is sick of.
So let's try it again.
I just really hate Starbucks.
90s alternative people hate Starbucks. Don't be an old person. Count off.
Jess counts off. When the vocals come in,
This is for the outcasts!
they stop.
Fuck! Look, I don't think this joke will be legible to literally anyone else.
Fucking count it off, Jess.
Jess counts off. They start again.
This is for Christmas!
Phoebe smiles. She nailed it. Jess rolls her eyes. They keep playing. Interior. Jimmy and Thay's bedroom. Morning. Thay, 20s, sleepy sexy. She is in bed with Jimmy, 20s, academic. He, as he hurries to get dressed.
I'm gonna be late for this meeting with my advisor. I'm gonna be late.
You'll be fine. Just get out.
Jimmy looks at her, visibly in love.
You're beautiful when you're mean to me.
And you're a simp when you're running late.
Jimmy goes to her and kisses her.
But that's why you love me.
I love you because I believe so strongly in your thesis.
And because of all my dicks.
A bookcase proudly displays a large collection of sex toys.
And I love you because of your enormous penis collection. Now get out. Go, nerd.
He leaves the room, then pops his head back in.
I really do love you.
I know.
He smiles, then goes. Interior. Kat's kitchen, morning. Kat, 40s, vaguely alternative, she, grieves at the kitchen table. She finds the strength to pick up her phone and dial. Intercut phone conversation with Jen's kitchen, morning. In her own kitchen, Jen, 35, cool femme social worker, cis, she, dressed formally, picks it up as her daughter Bay, 17, queer adjacent, cis, she, tries to get her attention.
Kat, what's up?
Well, I'm struggling a little. Do you have a minute?
Not really, but it's not just because I don't want to talk to you about your wife of 15 years who's just died.
She winces. Bad choice of words. Kat smiles weakly.
Gay wife, by the way.
Sorry?
She was my gay wife, and you just say wife. It sounds straight.
None taken. Look, go do some exercise or something.
Well, sure. Look, I was just stretching out my hammies. So I could do some wind sprints, whatever the fuck they are. Come by later, okay?
I will.
They hang up. Kat settles back into her grief. And the intercut when Jen's kitchen continues. Jen can finally pay attention to B.
What is it? What's up?
The GSA is teaming up with the Outright Vermont to perform the on Church Street at Christmas Eve.
Well, that's exciting.
They picked a theme, figures from queer history, and I know who I'm going to be.
Who are you going to be?
Harry Styles.
Is Harry Styles a figure from queer history?
Duh.
Of course, duh.
Will you help me make a costume?
Jen shrugs. Of course she will. Interior office. Day. Maybe 25 people do computer things in cubicles. Jade, 20s, painfully hip. Day. Delivers weed. They get into the cubicle of Jane, late 20s, nerdy, modcloth, she.
2 slices of vinegar for the girl who's going to get high and watch lesbian anime. Thank you for the prompt Venmo this morning.
Jane takes it, rolling her eyes.
It's called Yuri Jade. 2 slices of sativa for the girl who's going to, meditate, light candles and summon demons.
This time the eye roll is to Angela's tone of voice.
Exactly right. Thank you, Jade.
But Jade is off, already to the windowed corner office of the boss, Jacob, 40, rumpled, he. Jade knocks at the door.
Come in, Jade.
They open the door.
And 1 slice of hybrid for the family man.
The family man? God. Is that who I am to you people?
You people?
Those who are not yet 30.
1 slice for the cool guy?
That's significantly worse.
Jade is almost at the door when...
A moment, though.
What's up, hipster?
Could you please make an effort to be a little less flamboyant? I suppose when I allow you to deliver cannabis to my employees.
Queer flamboyance is political, so afraid I can't help you.
And they're gone. Interior, 9/11 operator call room. Day. Desks with computer monitors, microphones, etc. At one, Addison, 30s, chill, he, talks into a headset.
And EMTs are on their way. Is there anything else I can do?
As he listens, enter Harper, 30s, put together, she, who sits at a desk next to his and puts on a headset.
Just keep that pressure on it and try to breathe. I'm right here with you.
He pushes a button to mute himself, then turns to her.
Hey, you're the new operator?
He extends a hand. She takes it. There's a spark. Both are kind and genuine. We want them to get together.
I am, yeah, Harper.
Addison, so what brings you to the wonderful world of trauma?
Trauma, I guess? But I'm not new. I was an operator in Houston for 4 years. Just moved to Vermont.
Oh, cool. What have you been...
But he's interrupted as her phone rings. She takes it.
911?
A long beat. Addison makes a face like, whoa, your first one sounds like a doozy. She smiles to him, then...
Okay, I'm going to repeat what you said just to make sure I'm understanding it. You're saying a ferry crashed into a container ship. A woman was trying to triage, but she was knocked into the water and nearly drowned. While meanwhile, another woman is performing trepanation on a man trapped under a car.
She gives Addison an inappropriately bright smile. Interior, barn, day. A barn is done up for a tasteful wedding. In November, everyone's freezing. Up front, Jax, 30-ish, model-esque, he, waits alongside best man Aiden, 30-ish, uncool, he. Both wear heavy scarves. Nearby, Jen officiates. Jax's parents, including his mum, tasteful Stephanie, 50s, cis, she, sit at a front bench, as do those of his fiancée.
So, how'd you get such a nice barn for your
You know that I'm a worker/owner of the farm.
I just can't believe it was available in November in Vermont. 50 feet from Lake Champlain. Brr.
Ha 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 ha. Go to therapy about it, man. It's still perfect, as long as you don't have some weird surprise bullshit thing planned.
Therapy, schmerapy.
But the wedding march cuts him off. Everyone stands. Enter Prue, 30-ish, also model-esque, she. Strikingly beautiful, her only concession to the cold, a scuzzy denim jacket, which somehow still looks perfect.
Fuck.
Off Prue, beautiful, smiling a little shyly. Exterior, outright Vermont, day. An unimpressive little office building. Charlie, mid-30s, professional. Though he spent some time as a queer dirtbag, he approaches in a distinctive coat. Interior, outright Vermont, day. A handful of overworked queers in a small office decorated with lefty propaganda. Nobody looks up when Charlie enters. He stands for an awkward moment until Francisca, 30s, professional, cis, she, notices him.
Charlie!
She goes to him, shakes his hand.
Welcome, welcome. The new director of Outright Vermont.
Thanks, yeah. Here I am, I guess.
Let me introduce you to everyone.
Francisca finds Terry, 50s, rumpled lefty, cis, he.
This is Terry. He does our finances.
Good to meet you.
Yes, you too. I used to have an uncle named Terry. Very, very heterosexual man. You look cool though.
Next up, Ace, 40s, Tom of Finland fantasy, cis, he.
And this is Ace, our outrage coordinator.
Good to meet you, Ace. You look like you carry a knife.
And this is Eli, our intern.
Eli, good to meet you.
You too. I mean, really good. You're Charlie fucking Morgenstern.
Yeah, I guess I am, yeah.
Shit, sorry. I know I shouldn't swear, it's just... You're a legend. You were a mod on strapon.org. The stuff you wrote when you were organising with Camp Trans, you dated Michelle T.
Long time ago, honestly. I can't believe you've even heard of that stuff, and anyway, I'm just a boring old guy now.
I heard you were humble, but fuck.
I know a couple swears myself. Good to meet you, Eli.
They hold eye contact a bit too long. As Francesca leads Charlie to his office, off Eli, embarrassed. Interior, Charlie's office, continuous. It is small and stuffed with boxes and piles of paper.
Okay, I'll leave you to get settled in. Anything else right now?
Thanks, I'm good. Thanks.
She leaves. Charlie looks through his office window at Eli, who's talking animatedly to Terry. At himself, for already having an inappropriate crush.
Oh no.
Interior barn, day. A bridesmaid ties the last ribbon around Jack's and Prue's hands. Jen, still formal, officiates.
And lastly, these hands which, though they wrinkle and age together, will continue to reach out for each other, sharing both strength and softness for the rest of your days. This is the part where you kiss.
They do.
I love you.
I love you.
They kiss again, then Jax looks to Aiden.
Sorry. And you manage to resist the temptation to pull some weird...
But he's interrupted by the opening chords of Midnight Radio. In the loft, above the ceremony, Stephen Trask plays an electric guitar. Prue tears up to Jax.
Oh my god, did you do this?
Jack shakes his head. He looks to Aiden, who shrugs a little too big. John Henry Mitchell appears among the wedding guests and starts to sing to Jax again.
Oh my god, this is a song I wanted played at my wedding when I was 15. I hadn't thought about it at all.
But she's overwhelmed. A bass player stands up and joins in. Prue hugs Jax, who looks again to Aiden, who once again denies that he did this. In the loft, a curtain draws back, revealing a drummer who joins in. Off Aiden, proud, but maybe a little melancholy. Interior, Jimmy's front room, day. A laptop sits on the table near the door. Jimmy re-enters through the front door.
Can't believe I forgot my stupid computer.
He grabs it, then looks up. He's all but walked into his friend Marcos, late 20s, who's here to have sex with Thay. We don't know that yet, though, unless we've seen Love Actually.
Hey, Marcos.
Hey.
What's up?
I just wanted to borrow...
A moment. Can he come up with a lie? Yeah.
Undoing Gender Nevada and Like a Thief in Broad Daylight.
What, you don't have PDFs?
A B. Is Marcos caught? No. Jimmy's oblivious.
Butler's here, Nevada's here, and come on, you know I'd never allow fucking Gzek into my house.
Right, sure.
Another B. Jimmy picks up his laptop.
I got to get to this meeting.
Come on, Marcos. I want you to fuck me with every one of these dicks twice before my stupid boyfriend gets back.
Marcos knocks caught. Off Jimmy, realizing that Thay's cheating on him with his best. Exterior, open field, evening. Aiden and Prue's reception. Jade, in a waiter's uniform rendered androgynous via flashy accessories, carries a tray of hors d'oeuvres. They approach a stuck-up queer. Sis, he.
Weird vegan thing?
No, thank you.
Want to get high and make out?
Are you a boy or a girl?
Right.
Corona eyes move on to queer babe. Sis, he, offering another hors d'oeuvre.
Sticks or something?
Really? Jade takes out a tincture bottle with a weed sticker on it.
Weed tincture?
Oh, I've been sober since I was 15 years old.
Jade nods, not yet defeated. They move on to Stephanie.
I am the groom's mother.
Well, a little bit of context. Should we go behind the barn and make out?
I am the groom's mother.
Aware that this is terrible, but doubling down.
Wouldn't that make it better? We could get drunk first.
She shakes her head disdainfully and walks away. Interior, wedding kitchen, backstage, soon. Jade storms in, drops a tray on a table, and approaches their friend and fellow waiter, CJ, 20s, hip, they.
I'm fucking done.
There's like 2 hours left. Leave now and you don't get paid.
No, I'm done with queers here.
I don't think Jack's mum is queer.
Not just this wedding, this whole fucking country.
Have you ever left Chittenden County?
I've been on Tumblr for 10 years, and I can tell you, American queers are boring, repressed, painfully binary, and afraid of fun.
And where are the queers exciting, aggressively non-binary, liberated and eager for fun?
England.
You realise that's the exact opposite of the stereotype, right?
Aha, but that proves my point. What do we know about stereotypes?
Well, you got me there.
They're into super fucked up shit over there. Super fucked up shit. Shit that's not even okay.
Jay, consider the possibility that the problem is not the continent, but instead your lack of impulse control. Bizarre fashion sense. Awful tattoos. Extreme but wildly inconsistent politics. Frankly questionable hygiene. Still living in your parents' house. Refusal to ride a bike or learn to drive.
CJ could go on, but Jade has made up their mind.
I'm going to go to England, and I'm going to have so much sex that your genitals are going to hurt.
Well, thank you for that visual at least.
Off Jade, triumphant, certain that this is a great idea. Interior 911... Interior 911 operator call room, day. Harper is on the phone as Addison enters.
Alright, EMTs are on the way. Just keep that pressure on it and try to breathe. I'm right here with you.
She mutes herself.
You came back at... Oh, hello. You came back another day.
She turns to him and smiles as he settles into his desk.
Couldn't say away.
So what brought you to Vermont?
Long story, I guess. Basically, I was like, what's the opposite of Texas? And went there.
More like the middle of the Indian Ocean.
Antipode joke. Nice.
You know what an antipode is. Nice. So what have you been doing? Have you been to Church Street?
But he's interrupted by his phone. He picks up.
911? Okay, I'm going to repeat what I heard back just to make sure I understood. You're saying that there's been a train crash and you've been impaled on a pole, but another passenger has become impaled on the same pole.
Another pause as he listens and gives Harper an inappropriately sunny, "What you gonna do?" shrug.
No, ma'am, don't remove the pole. The two of you are just gonna have to get to know each other.
He looks over at Harper, who he'd like to get to know, but she's working on her computer and doesn't see. Interior funeral home, day. A packed house as Kat, 50s, gives the eulogy for her dead partner, Annie.
When Annie told me she wanted to end her funeral this way, I said, "Fuck you, Annie." I said no. "Fuck you, Kat." I said no. "Fuck you, Annie." She threw a plastic soda bottle full of syringes at my head. She was very weak, though, from the cancer. And she fucking missed.
She pauses for laughter, but absolutely no one is laughing. Including Zoe, early 19, goth, face piercings, she, who looks devastated.
Yeah, well, she would have thought that was funny. She was the funniest person I ever met.
Briefly, she's overcome with emotion and can't talk. Then.
Alright, that's it. That's the funeral, except for 13 final minutes of doom metal. Per Annie's request, I give you Foreigner by Paul Bearer.
Another pause for laughter. No. The room goes dark and the song starts. Awkwardness among the gathered crowd, except for a pocket of long hair metalheads in black denim. Pictures of Annie are projected onto the wall behind Kat. They show that Annie was a metalhead, mischievous, fun, kind of mean, occasionally gross, and wonderful. On the screen, 2 minutes later. Everyone remains bewildered, except for the metalheads, who raise their hands one by one in the sign of the goat. Time cut, 6 more minutes ahead. 5 minutes later. Everyone is shifting uncomfortably. Somehow this song just keeps happening. Except for the metalheads, who are now somberly banging their heads in unison. 5 more minutes later. The song continues as the pallbearers, Kat, Zoe, and the stoic metalheads pick up Annie's casket and walk out. Interior barn, evening. Benches have been cleared. Prue and Jax dance happily to a slow song. Aiden, off to the side, melancholy records video on his phone. Jane watches for a moment, then approaches.
Are you in love with him? I'm sorry? You're in love with Jax. Is that why you're looking so mopey? Because you've been in love with him for years and you're afraid to...
No, well, I had sex with him in college. If I was in love with him, I'd just tell him. Or we'd make a terrible couple.
And why do you look like Shizuma after, well, no spoilers, unless you somehow have seen it. Strawberry Panic, that is.
I haven't.
He collects himself for a moment, then changes the subject.
This DJ, huh? Fucking... wow. Awful.
Now Jane laughs, dramatically and nerdily.
This whole wedding rides on the next song. Can he save it? Or will he ruin it forever?
The slow song fades and a horribly abrasive death grip song starts. Brian is delighted, but...
Is this even music? What the hell?
You don't like death grips?
The dance floor is clear, except for Jay flailing wildly to the wild music. Looking half cool, half insane. Exterior Burlington evening. Established Burlington, time is passing. Interior Jacob's office evening. Jacob watches a video of Jess and Phoebe playing Christmas Stomp, bewildered, a knock at his office door.
Come in.
Enter Jane.
You wanted to see me?
You're young. Can you explain to me what I'm watching?
Okay, so do you know about Ramfuckle Glory Hole?
Musical provocateurs who for some reason play acoustic instruments. I've read about them in 7 days.
Right, so they're trying to win the Radio Bean Christmas Song Contest with a Christmas version of a song by Gloss. Do you know Gloss? Gloss?
I absolutely do not.
Okay, so they're like a trans punk band from a few years ago, and people loved them.
And why does this video have 1,000 views?
Okay, so the joke is that it's trans people taking a song about getting revenge on transphobes, and they're turning it into a song about Christmas. It's like reverse sacrilege. And I'm not that young.
You're younger than I am. I'm sure you keep up with the current etymologically legitimate but entirely lacking in material effect queer micro-identities. For example,
I read Twitter.
You know, in my day, if you were trans, you were miserable. Then you figured out how to get on hormones, and then you became a different kind of miserable.
It sounded like there was going to be a third thing.
Anyway, none of this is the reason I've asked you into my office. How long have you been programming computers with us?
So I must have graduated 4.5 years ago.
And how long have you been in love with our enigmatic Wiccan graphic designer, Angela?
Caught. Jane peeks through the blinds at Angela. Jane is stung. Her crush was supposed to be a secret.
4.5 years. Why do you think everyone knows?
Yes.
Do you think that she knows?
Yes.
Okay. What do I do?
You ask her out.
But I'm, I'm a geek. She'd never date someone like me.
Jane's phone rings. That Doctor Who ringtone.
See? Also, I think this is an inappropriate conversation for you to have with an employee,
She goes. Soon, Jacob puts the video back on. It pre-laps to UVM radio station, evening, and then finishes playing. In a UVM college radio booth is DJ Andy, 20-ish, bro, cis, he.
And that was a joke I do not get by a band whose name I cannot say on the radio. And next up, a conversation with the band whose name I continue not to be able to say. I thought being a DJ would be fun, but it turns out I hate it. Bill?
In another booth, DJ Bill, 20-ish, bro, cis, he.
Thank you, Andy. Right now I'm sitting with Phoebe. Well, I can't say that surname on the air. Phoebe and Jess. Please get ready with the 6-second delay.
An intern says, on it.
So, Phoebe, Jess, tell us, what is anarcho-folk punk?
Thanks for asking, Bill. It's political punk rock played on acoustic instruments because one day the grid is going to go down.
Apocalyptic predictions for Christmas, alright. Now, tell us about Christmas Stomp.
It's a cover of Outkast Stomp, but we've changed it to be about Christmas.
Oh, look, I just want to say that college radio is bullshit.
Noted. And what's Outkast Stomp?
Well, fuck you.
It's a song by Gloss about killing transphobes, basically.
Right. And what are transphobes?
Seriously? DJ Bill shrugs. Seeing that this isn't going anywhere good, Phoebe decides to fuck with him.
Okay. Well, sometimes people like to cut their dicks off. That's called transgender. And transphobes are people who think that they shouldn't.
Should they?
Cut their dicks off? I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, we decided that we should keep it mostly the same, but change it so that it's about Christmas.
So now it's a song about cutting transphobes' dick off at Christmas.
Yeah, we got tired of seeing Soul Hooker win every year with reggae fish cover, so we came up with a song that was guaranteed to win.
I'm going to cut the dick off every member of Soul Hooker and then I'm going to stick them to their goatees with their own...
Okay, I'm being told we've run out of delay time. So that's going to do it for our interview with Phoebe and Jess. Up next, trouble already for the new director of Outright Vermont.
Interior, Outright Vermont, evening. The entire staff meets. On screen, 4 weeks till Christmas.
So, town meeting. They're going to continue their push to criminalise homelessness.
Thereby criminalising addiction, queerness, mental illness.
They just walked all over as the last guy. He just couldn't get a word in.
The last guy was a pansy.
Everyone disapproves, but they're afraid of Ace.
He was.
Could we, I don't know, maybe use language that feels less steeped in centuries of patriarchal gender norms?
You're the boss.
Technically that's true, but I'd also like to kind of break down that kind of hierarchical...
How about this? He was a twinky little bitch. Like Eli?
That's really not better. Okay, let's take 5. Maybe get dinner?
Phone's immediately out. Everyone scatters.
Whose dick do I have to suck to get a cup of coffee around here?
It's actually me. I'm the intern, so...
Fuck.
Bin one! Who needs what?
Off Charlie, crushed out and charmingly flustered. Interior 911 operator call room, day. Addison looks at his phone as Harper finishes a call.
Okay, thank you. And next time, you really don't have to call 911. You can drain that yourself. Okay, you too. Goodbye.
Have you been following this ramfuckle glory hole thing?
Yeah, they seem pretty funny.
Hey, you ever listen to Against Me?
Are you subtly introducing the fact that we're both trans into our working relationship?
Maybe.
I have listened to Against Me, yes.
I mean, it's not because of anything you...
No, it's fine, don't worry. It's been nice to work with another trans person. That was part of what sucked about Texas.
I'd love to hear more about that, if you ever wanted to tell me.
But they're interrupted by Harper's phone. She answers. He goes back to his phone.
911? You're saying you've been mauled by a lion? Oh, your girlfriend's lion. And she's more worried about her lion than she is about you?
She snaps to get Addison's attention. He looks. Taped to her desk are a number of pictures. A fairy, an icicle, an army uniform, other things from memorable episodes of Grey's Anatomy. She taps one. A picture of a lion. He groans, having lost a bet, digs out $1 and gives it to her. CJ's car, day. CJ drives Jade somewhere.
I can teach you to drive, Jade. I'd even lend you my car.
No way. But I have good news for you. You only have to chauffeur me around for 3 more weeks because I bought a ticket to England and I'm not coming back.
No, Jay.
Yes!
You're going to get to England, they're going to hear your accent, they're going to do that admittedly hilarious thing where their fake American accent is like Texas hillbilly, and they're going to throw you out on the street.
I will blow their minds with radical politics, insightful opinions on current popular music, and a suitcase filled to the brim, not with clothing or toiletries, but instead with adult novelties.
Oh my god, Jade. You don't even have any money. Where are you?
Aha! I thought of that. I'm not going to London. I'm going to a magical, affordable town on the beach called... Brighton.
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 Well, let me know when you need a ride to the airport.
Off Jade, triumphant, and CJ, resigned. Interior, Jacob's office, day. Jacob and Ryan, 20-ish, slutty, black eye makeup, cis, she.
All right, new secretary. Office Chris. Have you ever organized anything like this before?
I have.
Should be pretty straightforward. Find a venue, buy a couple of $100 of vegan food, another couple of $100 worth of wine, and call it a night.
Food and booze.
You'll also want a rough guest list. Employees, partners, everybody gets a +1. No children, no fucking polycules. Oh god. Are you a part of some horrible polyamorous relationship with 3 other 20-year-olds who'll show up and make me feel old for having a wife and a kid?
I'm not that cool, sir. I'll just be waiting near the mistletoe, hoping someone gets drunk enough to finger me in a closet.
Is that an appropriate thing to say to your employer?
Is it appropriate to ask an employee if she's single?
Touche.
She turns and goes, giving him a flirty look. Interior Kat's kitchen, day. Kat and Jen sit at the table.
And on top of everything else, I'm worried about Zoe. And it's like she's either at school or she's in her room with the door closed, blasting loud, horrible music.
Loud music that Annie loved too, which you never understood.
Look, it sounds fucked up, but Zoe was like Annie's project. Oh shit, I've got to keep going. Sorry, I have trouble reading a sentence. What do I know about mentoring a 19-year-old trans girl who got kicked out of her parents' house a year ago? I didn't even come out until I was 30.
Look, can I tell you something about teenagers? They're going to be miserable and fucked up no matter what. Their surrogate mum dies, there's no way around it being awful.
What if she kills herself? What if Annie's dying to make Zoe suicidal? And then there was another... Yeah, cool. And then, I wish Annie were here. She'd know what to do.
Kat's overcome with emotion. She collects herself.
Sorry.
Look, it's never been easy for you, has it, to cry? I think I saw you do it once during the 5 years we dated. Please, I love you. Cry.
This kindness really touches something deep in Kat. She starts to really cry. She leans into Jen, who holds her. Exterior Lake Champlain Shore. Later, Kat and Zoe sit at a bench.
What the fuck are we doing out here? It's fucking freezing.
Well, yeah, you're in the room with the door closed all the time, and, and Annie, we're close, but her gone.
You're not going to be the new Annie to me.
No, of course not, but if you're going to keep living with me...
Are you kicking me out? Fucking hell.
No, nothing like that. It's just like, if we're going to live together, I'd love for you to be able to talk to me. What's going on for you, babes? Like, can you tell me what you're thinking about?
You really want to know what I'm thinking about?
Yeah, I really do, honey.
Well, you think I'm a monster.
Oh, I doubt that.
Well, it's just that I'm sad about Annie. I am. I'm always sad. But it's even worse because I'm also in love. Desperately super in love with someone.
Whoa. Oh, that's it. You're in love.
What's funny about that?
Well, no, you're right. Of course. I just thought. I thought it might be something awful, like suicidal ideation.
I'm not talking about self-harm with you.
Yeah, okay.
And what could be possibly worse than being in love? I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time for the emotional space of it.
Shit, love. Yeah, fuck.
She takes a deep breath and leans back. Interior office, 9. Jane stayed late to work. She sees Angela in another cubicle and redoes her lipstick. Soon, Angela gets up to leave. As Angela walks by, Jane tries to be cool and sexy.
Still here?
Yeah, I gotta get this to compile.
Yeah, well, don't let them work you to the bone. It has to work, but it doesn't have to be good.
Don't worry, it won't be.
Angela laughs reassuringly, though. It is clear why Jane has a crush on her.
Cool. Have a good night.
She walks off. Jane rolls her eyes and starts to berate herself, but there's her ringtone again. She picks up.
Hey, yeah, well, you don't have to do that. You're safe. While you're in the hospital, you're safe. Maybe you could see if you could get a PRN?
Off her, reassuring someone on the phone. But whom? Interior, New Hampshire Airbnb room. Day. A small room and a rundown bed and breakfast. Jimmy enters with a suitcase, puts it down and explores the room. As he opens the curtains.
Alone again. In New Hampshire.
Okay, resigned to this. We go to Charlie's office. Day. Charlie pores over documentation. A knock at the door. Eli enters with a folder.
I've got the minutes from the last town meeting.
Thanks.
Eli, hold on a second. I feel like you know a lot about me, but I don't know much about you. It feels kind of power over, if that means anything to you.
Sure. Sisu, Starhawk.
So, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about yourself. Get a little bit less boss/intern and a little bit more, I don't know, like co-conspirator.
Not much to tell, really. Vegan for 11 years. I live in a sketchy part of Essex Junction by the train station.
Oh, cool. My mom lives in Essex. Boyfriend, girlfriend, human centipede of polyamorous boyfriends and girlfriends.
More of a human centipede of grinder dates with cis guys who will never, ever be seen with me in public.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, that was supposed to be kind of like get to know you, not like inappropriately personal. I'm sorry. Want me to ask something inappropriate?
No, it's fine. I wouldn't have told you if I didn't want to. So, is there anything else?
No, we could. Thank you.
Oh man. He looks to a framed portrait of Kate Bornstein on the wall.
Did you ever have this kind of problem? Of course you did. San Francisco in the 80s. Fuck.
Interior, Kat's living room, day. Shabby chic thrift store decor plus Annie's metal aesthetic. It's cozy. Zoe sits with her head in her hands.
It's never going to happen because they're like this cool, queer, like they're this non-binary genius who does drags and they sing, and I'm barely even trans. I'm never going to be a real queer.
There was a time I never thought I'd be a real queer.
But you're not a real queer.
What the fuck?
You're just like you're a social worker. Do you even know who Lady Gaga is?
That's interesting you answer. This isn't about me, but yes, I do know who Lady Gaga is. Beyond, yeah, like yeah.
Prove it.
Poker face.
Okay. Stop proving
Literally
it.
like
This
the
is
worst
embarrassing.
lyric written in 21st
You can stop
century.
now.
All right.
You're fine. You're extremely gay.
Well, we aren't talking about me. We're talking about your crush.
Well, it's just that if they found out what I'm like, or what I'm really like, they'd want nothing to do with me.
Meaning, if they found out that you're super mean to a trans community elder whose gay wife just died. Who's letting you live rent-free in her house while you go to school.
Well, it's... Alright, okay, I get it. I'm still fucked up, though.
Yeah, totally fucked.
Zoe gets up to go back to her room.
Okay, I'm gonna go kill myself. Bye.
That's extremely not funny.
Of her proud to maybe have made some progress in her relationship with Zoe, but still overwhelmed and lost. Interior, Radio Bean, evening. A bustling coffee shop / bar. Near the front window, a hip barista, 20, cis, interviews soul hooker, Fabian and two very similar guys. Jess and Phoebe watch up next.
This is fucking dumb, man. You know Google owns YouTube, right? Why would we want to be implicated in that?
It's simple. We win. 1 million people download our music from Bandcamp. They learn what's really going on. We save the world.
That's literally like every band thinks when they're about to sell out. Who the fuck even are you?
She gets up like she's going to leave, but Phoebe stops her.
Okay. Also, I fucking hate Soul Hooker. Look at them.
Across the room, the barista and the smug, goateed white reggae rockers all laugh.
Well said, man. Luckily, there are a lot of great fish songs.
As they wrap up their interview, we're back to Phoebe and Jess.
That motherfucker's guitar costs more than anything I've ever owned. They win every fucking year, and they're such dicks.
Yeah, cunts. Yeah, alright. It can be a YouTube video. It's for hatred and revenge. Revenge is vegan.
I swear to God, give me the chance and I'll cut that motherfucker's beautiful fingers off.
Interview over. Soul Hooker walk past our heroines.
Phoebe, Jess, heard your song this year. Not chill vibes.
Thanks, man. Your song sounds great too. Good luck this year, you guys.
Namaste, man.
Soul Hooker leave.
Alright, next up is, can I say this on YouTube? This next band is called Ramfuckle Glory Hole?
Phoebe and Jess sit next to the barista. They're big and dirty in severe contrast to the sweet, stylish barista.
Why wouldn't you be able to say Ramfuckle Glory Hole on YouTube?
Well, I mean, isn't it like,
Like what? A glory hole?
It's like glory, the glory of America. Or the glory of Christ, you know?
Oh, you're all Christians.
Well, what is a Christian, if you really think about it, you know? So, Christmas Stomp, huh?
Yes, Christmas Stomp, thank you. Tell us about Christmas Stomp.
Well, it's a cover of a song by a band called Gloss. Do you know Gloss?
I don't think so.
Trans pride stuff, you know?
So you're transgendered.
Isn't everybody these days?
Well, no.
I just want to say fuck Google.
Point taken.
What if this year, instead of those three conventionally attractive, deeply soulful white men, we lit the lights for the Church Street Christmas Festival with the music of two transgender women, a deeply marginalised minority, facing any number of struggles even today? I love Soul Hooker as much as anyone. More than anyone. I actually have a Soul Hooker tattoo.
She manages to show the camera a badly done butt tattoo of Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes high-fiving Bart Simpson as they both urinate on the word capitalism.
But what if, just once, for 1 year, the underdog won? Don't you think giving Jess and I a chance to yell a threatening anthem of trans pride at a gaggle of rich people who are just trying to buy a bunch of shit they don't need to support an unsustainable global economy, don't you think that would alleviate a good amount of the liberal white guilt we all feel this time of year?
Yeah, that does make a certain kind of sense. Alright, I'm being told we're out of time. Any last words?
If we win, I play drums with my dick. Phoebe seen me do it.
I just remembered what a glory hole is. Oh, you were right to be nervous. People put their penises through them and then other people actually suck.
Before she can finish. End YouTube video. Exterior Burlington day. We establish Burlington again. Time passing. 3 weeks until Christmas. Interior art gallery day. A brightly lit, spacious gallery. On the walls are famous paintings like Mona Lisa and The Scream, recreated so their subjects read as trans. A cluster of trans youths, including Sprout, 18, extremely cool they, laugh at them. Aiden sits at a desk, talking on a phone.
Hey, hold on a second, okay? Hey, they're not money, they're art.
Why would you make the greatest works of art and history and make them about trans people?
It's incisive socio-political commentary or something. Listen, just be a little less loud, okay?
Sprout shrugs. Aiden goes back to his phone.
Sorry.
We intercut phone conversation with Jax at his desk on the phone.
Listen, I've got Prue on the other line. I'm going to put her through, okay?
Come on, no, I've got to go.
Just for a second. She just wants to ask you something.
I don't think...
And be nice, okay?
What are you talking about? I'm nice.
You know what I need. Be nice.
He transfers the call.
I mean, I always...
Aiden?
Oh.
We intercut with a phone conversation. Prue, bundled up, looking perfect, walks and talks.
Great, I'm glad I got you. Listen, I just wanted to ask, that was you who set up the Hedwig song, right, at the wedding?
I mean, I sort of...
I just wanted to ask, how did you know, never mind getting John Cameron Mitchell and Stephen Trask to come to my wedding, how did you know to do that song?
I mean, anyone would... Who wouldn't want...
No, seriously.
Listen, I've got to go, okay? Sorry.
What?
Yeah, some teens are, appreciating some art, so,
Sure, okay.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
He hangs up, off her, frustrated and disappointed. Interior office day. Jane works at her desk. Jacob stops by to talk.
Any progress with the witch?
It's never gonna happen. Because I'm a fucking nerd and I hate myself. She'll be like, let's do blood magic and have weird, mysterious moon sex, and I have to be like, actually, I like to watch anime about like this 13-year-old Japanese girl, and it's just, I don't know. When she finds out about me, she'll never talk to me again.
Saved by the whooshing sounds.
She picks up. He walks to Ryan's desk outside his office.
Any news on the venue for the party?
I found a place, a gallery. It'll be perfect. Lots of dark corners for bad decisions.
In a skirt, she and recrosses her legs. Like that scene in Basic Instinct. She's wearing underwear though, which we don't see. It's not that kind of movie.
Cool. So, are you...
I'm 22 years old. I'm an overachiever who just graduated from UVM. My boundaries are terrible and I'm really into bad decisions.
But you are single.
That's why I'm single.
Well, send me a link.
One last uncomfortable moment, then he goes back into his office. Interior New Hampshire Airbnb. Day. Jimmy works at his laptop, books around him, and an AeroPress. A knock at the door. It's B&B owner, 60s, cis, she, with Casey, very butch, early 30s, she. Jimmy immediately thinks that she's beautiful.
Hi Jimmy, seems like you're settling in.
I am, thank you.
I just wanted to come by and introduce you to Casey. She's been staying here too. She'll be doing some maintenance for me.
Sure. Came down for bike working in Laconia and then just kind of stayed. Got to pay the fucking rent.
Yeah, live free or die, right?
That's barely even a joke and it flops. Awkwardly, Jimmy extends his hand.
Hi, it's good to meet you.
She extends a dirty hand. He shakes it nervously. Was that a little spark?
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what "tear" means.
Can I offer you a coffee?
He holds up the AeroPress as B&B owner tidies the room.
What the fuck is that?
It's an AeroPress.
Okay, what the fuck's an AeroPress?
Wow, okay.
Done poking around, B&B owner is back at the door.
Well, I know you've got work to do, so we'll leave you to it. I'll have Casey see to the sink and maybe that dent.
There is a very large hole in the wall.
I need to pick up some fucking boards.
Sure, thank you.
Bye, Casey.
She turns back. They share a look. Then Jimmy closes the door and gets back to work, ignoring their spark. Interior Jimmy's car later on. Jimmy drives Casey from the hardware store, wooden boards protruding from the windows.
Couldn't fit these on the motorcycle, huh?
Sure.
Unsure exactly what sure means.
Well, I could never fix a wall. What a cool thing to be able to do.
It's really not complicated.
Jimmy looks at her, lit romantically by the sun.
Did you ever read The Birth of the Clinic?
I mostly read magazines about guns.
Jimmy taking all that in. Exterior town meeting hall, evening. Charlie, Ace, Eli, Francesca, and Terry all walk in together. Town hall meeting soon. Our heroes sit at the front of a packed hearing. Charlie wears his distinctive coat. A corporate guy, 30s, slick, cis, he finishes speaking.
Now, I understand that there will be pushback.
He glances towards the outright crew.
But I believe any right-thinking citizen can see the benefits of this type of defensive architecture. I'll turn the meeting back over to the chairman. Thank you.
City Council Chairman, 50s, over it, cis, he, lets out a long sigh, dreading the inevitable shit show, and speaks.
Reluctantly, I open the floor to questions.
A room full of hands and voices go up, including those of our heroes, in a loud voice that shuts everyone else out.
To paraphrase sociologist Robert Park, the cities we live in are a reflection of ourselves. What would it say about us to live in a city covered in metal spikes, lit by blue lights, buzzing with human deterring high frequencies?
Charlie looks over appreciatively. That was really good. But corporate guy cuts Eli off onto the microphone.
What does it say about us that our homeless die every winter?
Vermont homelessness statistics are some of the lowest in the nation, and if you think the reason they're not lower is fucking benches...
Young lady, please sit down. The grown-ups are talking.
Eli is dumbstruck, hurt. So is Charlie, so much that he doesn't have a retort. In the background, as he's stunned,
I was very nearly robbed on Church Street last week by 3 young urban men.
That euphemism, urban, snaps Charlie out of it. He stands and turns to her.
I'm sorry, what does urban mean?
Excuse me?
When you say urban, do you mean they were black? And what does nearly robbed mean?
It means I was in danger.
More specifically, though, what did these young men do? Did they look at you? Did they talk to you?
I felt that I was in danger.
Were they lying on the benches when you felt you were in danger?
She glares, then sits down. He addresses everyone.
I get it, I do. When I go downtown, I don't want to see people who make me nervous either.
He looks pointedly at corporate guy and nods.
Corporate guy.
If I could speak for a moment.
Friend, you spoke for nearly 30 minutes. Let's speak plainly. You want to support homeless people. You open more shelter beds. If you think spiky benches help anyone beyond the Spiky Bench Company, I've got a covered bridge to sell you.
Pause for laughter. There is none. Okay.
We were talking about public space and who gets to be in it. I want to thank you, ma'am, for spelling it out so plainly. You felt uncomfortable on Church Street because of the people there, which begs the question, who do you feel comfortable around? How comfortable do you imagine those young men felt around you? Defensive architecture is doublespeak for hostile architecture, but either works when I have to ask, who are we defending ourselves from? Who are we hostile to? I left for a few years, but I grew up here. Burlington is special because we choose compassion. You think Houston, Texas chooses compassion? Fuck Houston. I came back in Burlington because we're realistic. Banishing people doesn't fix anything, supporting them does. That is who we are. We're not this fucking guy. I mean, he couldn't even tell that Eli here is a man.
Silence. Maybe he went too far?
Okay, in conclusion, I'm right. These benches are a bad idea and a waste of city money.
He sits. It's quiet.
Other comments?
No. Terry, who's been asleep, wakes with a start. Exterior town hall meeting. Soon afterwards, the outrights walk into a beautiful, clear night, buzzing.
You hogtied that room and fucked it.
Thank you, Ace.
His phone vibrates. It's Jen.
You guys go on. I'll catch up.
He answers her.
Hey, Jen. Everything all right?
Are you kidding? That was amazing.
What was amazing?
You running the entire town hall meeting, shutting everyone down with those rich fuckheads?
Oh, you saw that.
They stream them online.
Oh, I know, but I didn't think anyone had ever watched one before.
B says you're a meme already.
Oh, no.
Eli approaches. He waits for Charlie to finish his call.
I just wanted to call to say, good job.
Thanks, Jen. What are you up to?
Seamstressing. What do you think is Harry Styles' most iconic look?
Shirtless with a boa. Why?
Really?
Listen, I'll call you back, okay?
They hang up. End intercut. Exterior town hall. Continuous. Soon, Eli approaches and hugs Charlie. After he pulls back.
Hey. Thanks.
A long, romantically tense moment. Will they kiss? No.
Anytime. Come on.
He slaps Eli's back platonically and they follow their crew. Interior Jen's living room soon. Cozy, decorated for Christmas. Jacob on the couch stares at a tablet as Jen wraps gifts. She hangs up on her phone and smiles. She thinks the world of Charlie. An Annie DeFranco song resumes on a Bluetooth speaker.
How's Charlie?
Same as always. Getting things done, giving himself absolutely no credit for it.
Do you ever miss him? Your cool ex doing big things?
Like being with him?
She goes up to him and cuddles up.
Oh, of course not. I've got your grumpy ass.
Even though I absolutely do not understand your taste in music.
It's Ani DeFranco. I was a dyke in the 90s. Fucking sue me. Reminds me of when I was young and still had feelings.
Didn't she play Mishfest?
No. She just said she sees both sides of the argument.
That's almost worse.
I don't want to talk about it. Now listen.
She holds up two envelopes.
You're a junior in high school. Which do you like better? A $50 donation to the domestic violence organization or a $50 donation to Black Lives Matter?
Off her charming earnestness. Interior, Charlie's office, later. Charlie scrolls through memes of himself as the UVM radio station plays. A soul hooker song fades out. Then...
That was Mandalas Down Your Spine. Classic soul hooker, deep cut. Anybody else seeing the news about the new outright Vermont director single-handedly shutting down the bench spikes proposition at the city council meeting tonight? Well done, man. If you're listening, I'm going to dedicate a little classic fish to you, sir. Taking it all the way back to New Year's 95.
The New Year's 95 version of Punch You in the Eye plays. Charlie ignores it until he can't. He gets up and starts dancing, but his office can't contain him. Soon, Interior outright Vermont continues, a glimpse into his past as Charlie full-on hippie dances through the office. Soon, Ace enters. Both freeze.
I left my chaps in my desk.
Why did you have chaps here?
Why wouldn't I?
Okay, see you on Monday. Bye.
Ace gives him a look, then goes. Off Charlie, embarrassed. Interior, Jimmy's Airbnb room, morning. The hole in the wall is fixed. Jimmy writes at a cluttered table, enter Casey in an Iron Maiden t-shirt.
Just gotta fix that vent.
Jimmy keeps typing, acting uninterested in her.
Oh yeah, great, thanks. Can I offer you a coffee?
From an AeroPress? Sure.
Oh, that means yes.
He pours her a coffee. She takes it and shyly turns to her work. He watches her, then forces himself back to his work too. Soon.
Hand me that mallet.
Oh, sure.
He takes it from her toolbox and gives it to her.
You know, this is like my favourite room here to work on.
Jimmy is hopeful because it's his, but...
It's the most fucked up one. Everything's broken.
Yeah, but it's a fucking mess.
Tentatively, as both go back to their respective work.
You know, I looked up the birth of the clinic. Heavy stuff.
You did? Fantastic. It's not really the best introduction to...
But she's uncomfortable already and starts banging on the vent. Very loud. Soon...
Fuck.
She hits the vent extra hard. The sprinkler on the ceiling goes off directly above Jimmy. And his computer.
Fuck!
Oh no!
Jimmy gets to the door, but his laptop is still under the sprinkler.
Fuck you, computer!
She goes to grab it, but slips and falls. Jimmy gets it, but he slips too and ends up in a sink full of water.
No!
He gets to it, but it's ruined. Casey gets the water turned off. They show her, oh wow, look. Then, cut to interior, Jimmy's Airbnb room soon afterwards. Towels are everywhere. Stuff hung up to dry. Jimmy sits, wrapped in a blanket, with a cup of tea. Casey wears a towel.
Sorry about your computer.
Everything important is in the cloud. It's fine, no problem.
What are you writing?
Oh, it's...
Should he try to explain his dumb esoteric graduate work?
It's about trans people, but in history.
So you are a tranny. I fucking knew it!
Jimmy's horrified. Nobody uses that word anymore.
I mean, I guess.
Nah, yeah, me too, in case you couldn't tell. I don't really know any other trans people.
This surprises him and explains the slur.
Really?
Yeah, it sucks. Well, look, I'll get some money, figure out how to buy a new computer. Sorry, I soaked your whole fucking room.
Really? This is why I pay for Apple Care Plus.
Is that a kind of AeroPress?
And anyway, I'm pretty much done here with my thesis. At this point, I'm just moving commas around and replacing short words with longer ones. I've got to get back to Vermont.
Oh.
Casey tries to hide her disappointment.
Oh, sure.
Meaning?
I'm gonna put some clothes on.
She goes, abruptly, off him wishing they could connect. Interior Aiden's house, morning. Aiden laughs at a video of Jess playing drums with dildos. A knock at the door. It's Prue.
Hi, Aiden.
Oh, hey.
Look, I wanted to come over.
Couldn't you have called?
Would you have picked up?
I mean...
Look, you don't like me. That's fine. It's literally fine.
It's not that.
Let me finish, okay? Look, nobody else would have done the Hedwig thing at my wedding. I love him, but my husband certainly wouldn't have thought of it, and you're notorious for that type of thing. It was beautiful. It was perfect, but I really hadn't thought about that song in years. I think Hedwig is even kind of cancelled.
It's not actually.
Look, that's not the point. I said I wanted that song played at my wedding on Tumblr a decade ago.
Okay.
The only way you would have known is if you'd read my Tumblr. But I didn't even meet you until a couple years ago, which means either you followed me before I met you and you've never mentioned it, or sometime in the last couple years, you read through the entirety of my Tumblr from when I was a fucking teenager. So I asked myself, why would someone do that?
Tommy.
You have a crush on me. You're in love with your best friend's girlfriend, his wife, and you've never mentioned it to either of them. You're in love with me.
He starts slowly but firmly to close the door.
We have to talk about it!
But he gets it closed, then leans against it, overwhelmed.
Fuck you, Aiden. We have to talk about this.
He goes to his desk. He doesn't know what to do to himself. Soon he leaves out the back door. Exterior Burlington, soon. Aiden goes outside and has a public meltdown, which concludes outside, outright Vermont, where? In Charlie's office during the day. Charlie stares through the office window at Eli. Enter Francisca with some envelopes.
Morning, here's your mail.
Thank you. You know, I can pick it up myself.
It's my job. I'm happy to do it.
Francesca. Eli. When does his internship end?
In a couple of weeks, I think. How come?
I wonder whether we could, whether he could be working from home or something.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
I'm just feeling...
Yeah, say no more. I'm on it.
Thank you.
Off Charlie, sadly looking at Eli through his office window. Interior, Kat's kitchen, evening. Kat drinks whiskey at the kitchen table. She looks at a picture of a smiling Annie. Soon, Zoe comes in, clearly upset.
You okay?
Can I have some?
2 trans women, one of them underage. You have any idea how much the police would love to charge us with something?
Zoe flops onto a chair, all but begging Kat to pull whatever is going on out of her.
Come on, what's up? You're obviously wanting to talk about something.
Well, Sprout's mum found out that they're in Burlington. She's making them come back to St. Albans.
St. Albans? That's practically fucking
I know!
So what do we do?
We get drunk.
We don't get drunk, come on.
Kat gets up to the living room. Zoe just sits there.
Come on!
Zoe gets up and follows her out. Interior Kat's living room. Later on, Zoe and Kat watch the credits from Empire Records.
So I tell Sprout that I'm into them, and then they go fuck a washed up pop star who I'll go on to attack, but that's beside the point. And then there's a weird thing about addiction, and later I'll go up on the roof and Sprout will say that they're into me too.
Well, I was actually thinking you'd be Warren.
Why?
Because he gets a job.
Oh, fuck off.
So?
It does kind of make me want to do something. Is there a word for something that's the opposite of self-destructive?
Constructive.
No, not that.
Not fucked up.
Yeah. It makes me want to do something not fucked up.
They lie back. Kat looks at the Empire Records DVD case.
Well, you're gonna need a fuzzy sweater.
And a plaid skirt.
On Zoe's combat boots.
You've already got the boots.
Off them, content, even though nothing's actually resolved. Interior, Charlie's office, evening. Charlie looks through the window at Eli's desk, now cleared. As he watches, Francisca walks up and sets a plant shaped like Eli's hair on it. Off Charlie, disappointed in himself. Exterior, Lakes region, B&B, morning. As Jimmy is packing his things into his car, Casey comes out too, once again in her Iron Maiden shirt. She packs the saddlebags of her intimidating motorcycle.
Are you heading out too?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want to be here without him.
You mean because...
I was lying to myself.
Is she actually into him?
It really isn't going to be bike week again for another 10 months.
Oh, of course.
She's about to start her bike, but he interrupts her.
So what's in Canada? What do you do up there?
I don't know. Fix cars. There's a bar called Spikes.
Jimmy can't think of a way to keep the conversation going.
Well, maybe I'll see you around and you can teach me about Iron Maiden.
Yeah, sure. See you around, Jimmy.
She starts the bike. One sad look back. Then she zooms off loudly. Off him, deflated. His heart once again all beat up. Interior, Kat's house, evening. Zoe laughs, watching the video of Jess playing drums with the dildos. Enter Kat.
What are you watching?
It's gonna sound stupid, but I was thinking...
You're gonna play drums with dildos to impress Blossom?
Sprout. Well, I like the idea of performing.
So you're gonna play drums with dildos?
Minus the dildos and the drums.
Oh, look, I'm intrigued.
I'm gonna do drag, stupid.
Never really took you for the drag queen flavour of trans girl child.
As a drag king.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Interior, Kat's house, hallway outside of Zoe's room. The next day. Kat walks by Zoe's room. The music of the beginning of Paris is Burning plays loudly, muffled by the door. Exterior, Burlington. Office day. Establish Burlington to time passing. Include the world's tallest filing cabinet. Everything looks Christmassy. Jane sets up a little Christmas tree on her desk. Interior, art gallery, night. The office Christmas party. Maybe 60 people mingle or dance, dressed up. Jane pours herself a seltzer and tries to look cool to Angela. Jacob and Jen are together.
I should probably make the rounds, say hello to people, remind them that you have a wife. You're not just the stony face of productivity solutions in Burlington.
You deserve a medal.
She goes. Almost immediately, Ryan approaches, looking a not goth kind of gorgeous. Conventionally attractive.
I'll give you a medal.
Ryan.
Is that your wife?
Don't make me feel old.
Would a dance with a 22-year-old make you feel younger?
Your boyfriend's okay with it?
He looks to Aiden, who's trying to look cool as he dances with a guy who's going completely inappropriately off.
I told you I don't have a boyfriend.
Right. Listen. You're being extremely forward. Why? I'm boring, and I'm honestly not that fun to be around.
I'm into the silver fox thing.
That's stung. He can't be that old, can he?
Silver fox, really?
Trans elder, a fucking adult, unlike everyone else I've ever met and dated. I don't know, I'm just saying, if you want to dance.
He looks around, self-conscious, aware he's making a bad decision. But then, they dance. Jen, with Jane, notices.
You do look gorgeous tonight. You look a lot better without all that black shit under your eyes.
Hey, I like that black shit under my eyes.
If you just intentionally quoted The Breakfast Club back to me, despite being born decades after it came out, I'm fucking doomed.
You're fucking doomed.
She smiles. Interior, Charlie's apartment, evening. Charlie listens to the UVM radio station.
Thanks for being on again, Phoebe, from the band whose name I cannot say. So, I'm told you're way, way behind Soul Hooker for the Radio Beans song competition.
Well, they have the talent, and the songs, and the good vibes, and they play a lot slower than us, emphasising the upbeat. Not to mention they're extremely conventionally attractive.
But?
No but.
Huh.
However, speaking of butts, if we win, I promise to show mine to everyone on Church Street.
Like your drummer, are you going to play your guitar with your genitals?
Excuse me? That is an extremely inappropriate thing to say to a transgender person.
Charlie laughs at this farce of an interview. Interior art gallery, night. Something upbeat plays. On Aiden's dance partner, losing it. Then to Jacob and Ryan. We haven't seen either of them this unguarded before. Jen and Jane watch uncomfortably.
He's kind of got to dance with everyone, huh? As the boss.
Yeah, no, not really.
Jane's not sure what to say to that, so she turns and reads the artist's statement on the wall.
Misrepresentation and lack of representation function as to colonizing trans lives. When the few available images of trans people exist through a cis-normative lens, it is impossible for us to see ourselves. What do you think that means?
It's probably not for me to say.
It means these paintings attempt to address colonialism with a kind of reverse colonialism. Like that's ever worked.
Oh, yeah, totally. It's cool.
Still, they are funny.
Jane's lost. Do we like them or hate them?
Listen, do you want to dance?
With you?
Yeah, with me. Come on, this is only supposed to go to 11, and we're running out of time. And you're not going to ask me.
Oh. Yes. Yes. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jane hands her glass to Jen. Amelia takes her hand and brings her to the dance floor. Almost immediately, the song changes to something sexy.
I gave the DJ $20 to put this on as soon as I got you on the dance floor.
Off Jane, is this really happening? Exterior, Jane's apartment. Soon, Jane and Angela approach the door to Jane's apartment, laughing. Angela presses Jane up against the wall.
Can I tell you something? I've had a crush on you for, forever.
Are you serious?
I am. But you're so shy. And can I be honest? I can take up a lot of space. And I didn't want to squash you.
Angela?
Mm-hmm.
I think I want you to squash me.
Jane opens the door and they go in. Interior, Jane's apartment. It's tiny, messy, with nerd stuff. They enter, making out. Soon, Jane pulls away.
Wait, you have to wait here for a second. Just look away.
She hides the most salient of her geeky fandom stuff, including the Star Wars The Last Jedi poster. Then she comes back to Angela.
Hi.
You know I could see all of that, right?
I'm pretty sure that you didn't see all of that.
Also, did you actually like the sequel trilogy?
Okay, first of all, how come everyone gets pissed off when someone likes the Star Wars prequel trilogy? It doesn't make sense. Maybe they have to immediately... Let's never talk about Star Wars.
They kiss more, but now Jane is nervous. Angela stops them.
Look, if it helps, it's not my first time.
Having sex?
No, I've had sex before. Lots of weird sex. It's not my first time with with someone who's a nerd.
Jane blushes. Soon they're tangled up on the bed. It's hot until... She pulls herself away.
Are you really going to answer that right now?
Hold on, just 2 minutes. Hey, what's up? No, I don't think that they hate you. They just... Okay, what DBT skills have you used? Yes, I think that you should... Listen, I'm not going to stay on if you're just going to swear at me. Sorry. I mean, if you need to go to the hospital, then you need to... She hung up.
X.
How'd you know?
Angela starts getting her clothes back in order.
You know, I hear that ringtone a dozen times a day.
I just worry about her so much.
I get it.
They sit on the bed, inches apart with miles between them.
Look, suddenly I don't feel like making out so much. So I'm gonna go. I'll see you at work, okay?
Well, because I picked up my phone?
Because you stopped making out with me to pick up for her. Hard to imagine a world in which you prioritize me over her right now.
Jane nods. Angela's not wrong. She gets up.
You sure you don't want a cup of tea or something?
Angela shakes her head. She pulls on her coat, opens the door, takes one disappointed look at Jane, and goes. Interior, Jen and Jacob's bedroom. Later. Jacob is in bed with his tablet. Jen, in pajamas, looks at herself in the mirror.
I'm actually starting to look like the mother of a teenager.
You looked fantastic tonight.
So, that was a serious dance with Ryan, huh?
Not really.
You know, we haven't done anything with it for like a decade, but we never technically became monogamous. Should we talk about her?
There's nothing there. She's 20 years old.
B was 2 when I was 20.
He shrugs and grabs his tablet. Off her, seeing through him. Interior, Ryan's bedroom. Night. Ryan takes off her dress, revealing sexy lingerie. She puts on a thrift sword, satin robe. And we're going to go to intermission now. Let's call it night. We're in a rush. Let's do like half an hour. Exterior Burlington. Established Burlington, time is passing. Champ, the lake monster, jumps out of Lake Champlain and eats a bird. Interior, psych hospital visiting room. Night. A clean visiting room. Jane sits across a small table from her ex, Gabby, 30s, dishevelled she.
How are they treating you in here? How's the food? Test.
Test.
How's the food? Same as I always do. Same as it always is.
Hey Gabby, I'm here with you now. Please be here with me. So what happened?
Same thing that always happens. I was doing okay. I thought maybe I don't need to keep up on this DBT shit so much. Yeah, so Dave calls. He doesn't really say anything bad, but I get it in my head that he's sick of me, sick of my shit, so what do?
You needle him.
And then he actually is breaking up with me, and I hadn't self-harmed in 6 months, but suddenly...
I don't need the details.
Yeah, you know this story. Thanks for coming. Thanks for always being there.
Yeah, about that.
You're fucking kidding me.
Remember our conversation about boundaries?
Nurse, somebody get me a nurse. I need a PRN.
Gabby leaves. Off Jane. Alone now. She looks out the window. Interior, Jen and Jacob's bedroom. Night. Jacob sleeps, but Jen is awake, worrying. Exterior, Burlington, morning. Established Burlington, time is passing. Jacob's office, late morning. Jacob and Ryan, a little bleary from the party last night.
So I'll be out for an hour, maybe two, Christmas shopping.
For me?
Maybe. I think I'm just looking.
For 2 hours. I hear the adult store is doing a sale. You say ramfuckle glory hole and they give you a 20% discount.
Thanks for the tip.
Exterior office, soon. Jacob waits near the door for Jen. His phone buzzes. It's a selfie from Ryan, risque. And the text, I've got a gift for you too. On him, deciding to cheat on Jen, as Jen shows up. They kiss.
Sorry I'm late.
It's fine, shall we?
Ooh, chivalrous. Oh, sorry. Maybe you did list it.
Church Street Marketplace, soon. A brief montage of them doing Christmas shopping. Exterior Church Street Marketplace. Laden with bags, they stop near the adult store.
Okay, you get a coffee while I go to the Vermont tourist shit store. We both know it's corny, but your parents love that stuff. Meet me here in 10 minutes, okay?
She kisses him, and she's off. She notices he's near the adult store. He notices he's near the adult store. After a brief pause to consider, he goes in. Interior adult store, soon. Jacob browses, landing on a fancy vibrator in a box roughly the size of a deluxe edition double CD box set. Disgusted with himself, he brings it to the counter. Not to cast from the page, but the clerk should be played by Eddie Izzard, and she should whatever she wants to. However, for the sake of this screenplay, widow clerk, 40s, scruffy, cis, he is behind the counter.
The Nimbus 2000. Nice.
It can't possibly be called that.
I just sell them, man.
Oh, a ram fuckle glory hole.
I know, you believe that shit? Transgender people, just right out there. Fucked up, you ask me.
I'm sorry.
Used to be they stayed where they belonged, in their basements or whatever. Now you see them just walking around, or in the Bean Christmas song competition. Alright, 1:30 and change. And I mean, what's this? That's just the ones you can tell. A lot of these transgenders, they just look like normal people. I mean, you could be one.
Imagine that.
Gift wrap for your vibrator?
Sure, thank you.
So, you know about the connection between transgenders, vaccines, and 5G, right?
Jacob does a 180 on this clerk. Now he's morbidly intrigued.
Tell me more.
Well, what I heard, the connection is when all the sheep got vaccinated with COVID, for COVID.
Of course.
Well, the Pfizer and Johnson vaccines, they had 5G chips in them, but the Moderna vaccine, it didn't. And somehow, all the transgender people got Moderna. Coincidence, huh?
There are no secrets when it comes to the deep state.
Fucking hell, man, that's exactly what I said.
He puts up both hands for a double high five. It takes Jacob a moment to understand, but then he wanly reciprocates.
And you know what's wild, man, is that these transgenders, they can just like, okay, you know how there's crushed up bull testicles in Red Bull?
Everybody knows that.
Well, it's like these transgenders, the girl can just like take testosterone, like in a milkshake, and it makes her grow a dick. Not a huge dick, but like, it's definitely a dick. There's pictures online, man.
That's oddly validating. But what does it have to do with Red Bull?
Oh, nothing, man. It's.
Are we good?
What does it have to do with Red Bull? Nothing, man. It's just fucking wild. It's like you wonder how many Red Bulls would a girl have to drink to grow a dick, you know? Here, put your finger here.
At least a case a day.
I'll tell you what, man. I drink about a case of Red Bull a day, and I still only got one dick, man.
Maybe you need to drink 2 cases of Red Bull a day in order to grow another dick. And the way that transgenders do.
Doorbells as Jen enters. Jacob freezes. He got invested in talking and forgot he was stealthy. As he turns to her,
Nah, man, I'm good with only one dick. I mean, if I grew another one, that'd be cool, but I keep having all these heart attacks.
Jen smiles. Only Jacob would have a stranger saying that.
The adult novelty store, Jacob?
Just, killing some time.
Trust me, after a dozen years, I'm not expecting a...
She picks up a fancy vibrator box and reads its name.
Transylvanian Barb? Ouch.
Oh, shit, man. You forgot your vibe.
He starts to get up, sits back down.
Fuck it.
He chugs an entire Red Bull. Exterior Burlington. Established Burlington, time is passing. 1 week till Christmas. Burlington morning, we follow Jade as they walk to CJ's apartment. Jade buzzes up to CJ from the speaker.
Hello?
It's Jade.
Did you walk here?
Off Jade, proud of walking the 3 box, or whatever. CJ's apartment, morning. CJ finishes breakfast as Jade fidgets, eager to go.
I did. The weird stuff. Wait, hold on. This is right.
So you didn't even pack underwear?
I did. The weird stuff. Then it's all gloves, lube, and cocks.
I'm eating.
I'm gonna be eating too.
Wow, dude.
And you're gonna drive me to the airport.
Right now.
Right fucking now.
Fantastic.
Interior 911 operator call room, morning. Harper finishes a call as Addison looks up from his phone.
Just keep that pressure on it and try to breathe. I'm right here with you.
She mutes her phone. He holds up his smartphone to her.
Hey, look at this one.
It's a Charlie Morgenstern meme. She laughs out loud. Addison considers, then.
Harper, I really like working with you.
Yeah, we're a good team.
Would you want to get a drink or something? Sometime?
She looks at him, reassessing. Then she nods.
You know what? I would. I think that would be fun.
But his phone rings. He picks up and listens. Soon he leans towards her and snaps. Take to his desk, wall are pictures, a falling rocks sign, a sinkhole, etc. He taps one. 10 doll heads. She groans, digs out $1 and gives it to him. Interior Kat's house, hallway outside Zoe's room, day. Kat walks by the closed door of Zoe's room, which bears a prominent sign reading, "Fuck off." Through the door, Kat hears the muffled sounds of an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Interior, Jen and Jacob's foyer, evening. Jacob enters, hangs his coat and puts down his bag.
Where have you been? We were expecting you half an hour ago.
At the office. Should have texted. Sorry.
It's fine, but come back. He's giving us a first look at her.
When she's sure he's gone, she checks his bag. Sure enough, there's the Nimbus 2000 box. She smiles. She really didn't expect anything this nice from him. Then she goes to Jen's living room, continuous, where B is dressed, boa and all, as Harry Styles.
Sorry. Say the line.
The Stonewall Inn, 1969. Homophobia and police violence have been worsening over an increasingly hot and humid summer. Suddenly,
Bay bursts in, dressed as Harry Styles, and dances enthusiastically without music. Jen watches, proud. After some time, Jimmy sits at the computer. He watches the Iron Maiden video for a bit, then switches to the Iron Maiden Wikipedia page. Then to a Wikipedia page on motorcycles. Interior, Jacob and Jen's living room, night. Christmas decorations are up. The Iron Maiden continues as Jan pokes around under the tree. She finds what appears to be a Nimbus box, wrapped, with a tag reading, "Sorry I'm such a dick all the time, XOXO," off her excited face. Exterior, Burlington Airport, night. CJ parks, they get out. As Jade unloads,
I'm just gonna be like covered in bruises, a walking bruise.
When you get home, I won't even recognize you.
We hug. Right. No, you're finally getting it?
Jade hugs CJ, gathers their things, and goes to the entrance.
I'm never coming back though.
I think you have to. You don't have, like, a visa. Yeah, I don't know how that works, and you don't care.
CJ gets in the car and goes. Exterior airports, day and night. Jane's plane leaves Burlington and lands at Brighton. Exterior, Brighton Airport, evening. Jade struts out, utterly fucking stoked, and gets in a taxi. Interior, Brighton taxi. As they settle in,
Where to?
A bar. No, a pub.
There's a lot of pubs in Brighton. What kind of pub you want?
Take me where the fucking weirdest of your fucking weirdos hang out.
the driver shrugs and leaves the curb. Exterior, Marlsborough pub, night. Jade checks out the facade, approves, and enters. It's quiet. An extremely cool and beautiful non-binary person with a little they badge. Cool queer number one. 20s, they. Nurses something at the bar. Jade sits nearby.
Evening, what'll it be?
Jade makes flirty eye contact with cool queer number one.
Whatever they're having, please.
The bartender nods.
Cool American accent.
Thank you, I sound very American.
I'm being sarcastic. Fucking Americans.
You think you hate Americans? Try living there.
You're an American, but you hate Americans?
Are you kidding? I'm sure news travels here just how bad we're always fucking up. The repression, the unfounded self-righteousness, the cultural imperialism. I mean, stop him whenever.
Yeah, well, our attitude towards imperialism isn't that great over here either.
This piques their interest, sorry. This piques the interest of another, similarly cool queer, number two, they, 20s, who approaches.
Talking shit on imperialism, huh?
Cultural and otherwise, if I'm correct.
The bartender puts a glass of seltzer in front of Jade.
That'll be a quid, love.
Jade tastes it.
Is it just seltzer?
Cool Queer 2 produces a tincture bottle and drops some in.
With weed tincture.
What? They taste it. Fuck yes. This drink and England are everything they'd hope for and more. Interior Marlsborough Inn later on. Cool Queer 1 and Cool Queer 2 and Jade are wasted and giddy.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that you think that the United States did to its indigenous people somehow is worse than what the UK did to the entirety of India and fucking Africa?
Look, I'm not saying it's not bad. I'm not defending.
Not bad? We fucking invented colonialism. In fact, every atrocity committed by the United States could be considered an extreme and just an extension of English imperialism.
Alright, okay. England sucks too.
I'm sorry, but do my ears deceive me? Is someone speaking negatively about our mother England?
A third extremely cool queer has entered. Union Jack. They, late 20s. In intimidating England-themed leather/BDSM gear. Cool Quiz 1 and 2 snap to attention.
Oh shit, it's Union Jack. They're like super into ironic English nationalism. Like, sexually.
Jade gulps. This is the hottest thing they've ever heard. Union Jack approaches them, intimidatingly sexual.
Well, actually, I was talking shit about the United States.
I've got a cowboy hat upstairs too, sugar.
Upstairs?
We live upstairs. You could stay with us tonight. Or for as long as you want. Rent-free. But you'd have to do whatever Jack says. Or you'll get a spanking. Or a whipping. Or you could just use your safe word. Jack does this thing. Do the thing, Jack.
On Jack, relishing this. Then, in his toppiest voice.
I don't think you're gay enough to use your safe word.
Off Jade, turned on, out of their depth, and loving it. Exterior, Milesbury Inn later, silhouetted in the window a few floors up. Those four do wild sex stuff involving cowboy hats and tea sets. At street level, a new cool queer approaches the Milesborough, dressed as Margaret Thatcher.
We're definitely in England right now.
Food drop. Who's the man chips?
Just 1 second while we try and get everybody dry. And distribute chips.
Who's the man chips? And then one without chips.
What is it? Summoning B and Jen.
Okay. Jacob and Jen's living room, night. Jen, Jacob and B, in costume, hang out until it's time to go to the big performance.
Come on, Mom. Can't we open one?
I don't know.
We don't have to wait until bedtime. Just this 1 year.
Oh, all right. What the heck? Let's do one. But I'm going first.
She picks up the box from Jade. Assuming it's a vibrator, she looks at him and teases.
Should I open this one?
But Jacob's fine with opening it in front of Babe. He smiles.
Absolutely. I hope you like it.
Perturbed, she opens it.
It's a Harry Styles deluxe box set.
It's not even Ani DeFranco?
To bring you emotionally into the new millennium, my love.
Barely concealing tears.
Wow. Thank you. I'm gonna, you know what, B? You open one. I'll be right back.
She gets up and leaves the room as the saddest Harry Styles song begins. It's not the right song. Jacob is a dick montage. In Jen and Jacob's bedroom, surrounded by framed pictures of her family's happiest moments, Jen cries. In Ryan's bedroom, close on the opened Nimbus 2000 box on a nightstand, hand to her face as she uses it. In Jen and Jacob's bedroom, he makes herself stop crying, pulls herself together, and goes to the living room again, where Jacob and Dean have their coats and hats on. Emotions locked away. Jen pulls on her coat, and they all leave together. And Jacob is a dick montage. Interior Kat's room, hallway outside Zoe's room, night. Muffled sounds of Dragula, the TV show. Kat, not the song. Kat knocks on Zoe's door. TV sounds stop, and Zoe opens it wearing an Eli wig.
Hey. Hey, I just wanted to check. Are you doing alright?
Peachy fucking keen, Nat. Thanks so much for asking.
Can I come in?
Opening the door to let her in.
It's your house.
Interior Zoe's room, continuous. The walls are covered with Olympics paraphernalia. Kat covers her surprise.
Oh, Olympics, huh?
So?
Oh, I think that's cool.
You do? Dripping wet right now.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean... I knew there was something a little more vulnerable under all that tough guy shit.
Zoe thinks about whether to continue to be defensive. No.
Well, it's well defended. Kind of had to be my whole life.
I get that. Also, the Olympics gives me a great metaphor how to approach your crush.
And how's your love life, Kat?
Well, fair enough. It's awesome, actually. From the moment you leave for school until just before you get home, I'm doing all kinds of fucked up shit. I think okay.
I'm 19, I don't know who that is.
Mostly in your bed.
Oh. I thought you hadn't been in there since I moved in.
Cover story.
Oh.
Sometimes we change it up and do it on the kitchen table.
Gross.
Milking in the coke and Dutch call it.
But she's laughing off these two finally connecting.
It's the barista again.
The barista.
Now everyone is wondering, who won the Radio Bean Christmas Song Competition?
Exterior Burlington night. Established Burlington. Christmassy. Time passing. Interior Radio Bean. It's packed with revelers, as well as Soul Hooker, Phoebe and Jess, and some bands, all eager to see who won. On the little stage.
Well, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. It's
a mother. Sorry, I'm just, yeah. This is all capitalism's trash. You realise that, right? Glitter doesn't biodegrade.
So you'll lead the way to Church Street, play the song, and then what?
Well, either we'll head to any number of glamorous parties we're about to be invited to, or else we'll sneak off while the police are all at the mall and throw a Molotov cocktail through a Starbucks.
She gives a big, fake, polite laugh.
Huh.
But Phoebe's already off the little stage and headed out the door, followed by Jess, followed by everyone. Exterior Burlington streets. They march and make noise to the Church Street marketplace, where drums and a guitar await them. Exterior Church Street Marketplace. Phoebe straps on the guitar, Jess sits on the drums, and they launch into Christmas Stomp. The actual members of Fish are in the front row, super into it. So are Ben and Jerry. The crowd goes wild. When they're done,
Alright, you fucking sheep. Thank you very much. Before we go, I just want to say one thing. Fuck Soul Hookah. Seriously, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys so much. Fuck off forever. I hate you.
then she walks away. Jess follows. Phoebe's flip phone vibrates and she takes it out.
Uh-huh. Yeah? Uh-huh. Okay.
She hangs it up, then turns to Jess.
Want to go to Bernie Sanders' Christmas party?
No, don't.
Really?
Yeah, fuck that, hippie. I'm a socialist. Call me. You woke up to. Call me when you wake up to anarchism.
Oh. Huh.
You're not really thinking about going, are you?
I think I am.
Why are you selling out so much right now? What happened to you?
I'm sorry if for once in my life I want to do something cool, okay? How long have we had this band? 15 years? 20? We've never played to this many people. No one has ever cared about us. Fuck off if you want me to act miserable about it.
Yeah, well, you fuck off too if this is straight world bullshit. It's a joke to... Oh my god, sorry, I'm going to start that one again. Yeah, well, you fuck off too if this straight world bullshit isn't a joke to you anymore.
A beat. They've fought before, but this still sucks.
Alright.
She goes. Jess watches her go. Revelry beside her. Exterior, Addison's apartment building, night. Their date ending, Addison and Harper stop at the door.
That was fun. Really fun. You know, 2 months ago, if you told me I'd meet someone else who could spend 3 hours admiring the world's tallest filing cabinet, it's been nice to see how much more there is to you than gore and trauma.
A heavy moment. Will they kiss? Then he gets an idea.
Hey, speaking of gore and trauma, would you like to do something for me to extend this date?
I mean, almost definitely.
He whispers something into her ear. At first she's kind of grossed out, but it turns to delight. She nods enthusiastically. Interior, Addison's bedroom, soon afterwards. In the foreground, Addison's butt. Harper approaches it with a syringe.
Okay, ready?
As ready as I'm ever gonna be.
Deep breath.
She sticks it in, presses the plunger.
You're done. You can breathe.
It says Addison laughs, so that's actually...
Addison laughs. So does she. Interior, Addison's bedroom later. Harper and Addison in bed, post-coital. Harper laughs. Ha ha ha.
I would not have predicted that I'd give you your shot tonight.
I just get so squeamish.
But even if I had, there's no way I would have guessed that it would lead to sex that good.
Yeah, I'm awesome at sex.
Me too.
Hell yeah. I'm like super into you.
Same.
Earnestly, adorably, she climbs back on top of him. Interior, Jimmy's family house, night. Jimmy opens the door to enter a festively decorated house. Relatives welcome him. He smiles, but his mind is elsewhere.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Hello.
He starts to take off his coat and hands a big bag of presents to someone. But before his coat is off,
Goodbye, actually.
he pulls his coat back on. Bewilderment from his family. As he ducks out,
Sorry, Merry Christmas.
murmurs of disapproval. Then, from a niece, 8, sis, she.
Man, fuck Uncle Jimmy.
Exterior Jimmy's relative's house night. Jimmy hurries into his Prius and zooms into traffic. Interior office night. Jane works late at her desk. Across the room, so does Angela, who packs up, then walks by Jane on her way out.
Night, Jane. Good night.
Jane watches Angela leave, crushed. Her ringtone goes off. Near the exit, Angela notices, sighs, keeps walking. Off Jane looking angrily at her phone, but not picking it up. It's still me. Interior Charlie's apartment, night. Charlie enters and hangs up his coat. He picks up his mail from the floor and, without looking at it, tosses it on a table. Hold on the top envelope, which is from Eli. We then go to Kat's house, hallway outside Zoe's room. Muffled sounds of Project Runway now. Tim Gunn saying, "I feel nervous." Kat knocks at the door. No answer. She knocks again.
Knock.
Dinner! Read the sign on the door!
Kat moves, revealing the chalkboard on the side, the chalkboard on the door, which reads, "Fuck off. You specifically, Kat." Interior hospital night. A group therapy session. Gabby is sad and angry.
So, of course, like right at Christmas, when it's hardest for me, she decides to re-establish her boundaries.
And she's overwhelmed and can't say more. She's comforted by peers as she collects herself.
I mean, I know, she's right. I know it's not healthy, and I'm just so fucking lonely. Fuck.
Off her. Is that sympathy we're feeling for her? Yeah. Interior office lobby. Soon. Angela holds a magnet card to a sensor to let herself out, but it doesn't register. She tries again. Damn it. She fiddles with it. Jane enters with it from their office.
Hey. Don't you have somebody's emotional support animal to be? That's fucked up. And no, I don't.
Jane smiles. Angela does too.
Interesting.
Jane goes to her, leans in, they kiss. Fuck yeah. Interior Jackson Prue's apartment, night. Inside, Prue and Jax cuddle on the couch watching TV. A knock at the door. Prue goes downstairs and opens it. Prue and Jax's apartment continuous. It's Aiden. He's got a stack of big white cards he's written on, like the famous Bob Dylan video. He holds up the first. Can everyone see that? She nods, perplexed.
Who is it?
Christmas carolers.
Aiden starts playing Christmas carols on a speaker. He produces the rest of his cards, one by one.
Of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining till he appeared, and the soul felt his worth. The thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall your knees. Oh, here's the angel voice. Oh, light divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, appeared, and the soul felt its
Soon, she catches up and hugs him. It's therapeutic. She lets him go.
You have to tell him too.
I will. She nods. He nods. They hug again. He leaves. She waits a moment, then goes back inside. Exterior Starbucks parking lot, 9. Jess sits alone and dejected on the curb outside a closed Starbucks. Next to her are 3 Molotov cocktails and Phoebe's guitar. 3 frat bros walk in the distance, drunkenly hollering Christmas stomp. Soon.
Hey.
Jess doesn't acknowledge her.
Look, I was a jerk, alright.
You were worse than a jerk, Phoebe. You were a poser.
Phoebe sits next to her.
Is that worse than being a jerk? Okay. Sorry. I was being a jerk and a poser. But I went to Bernie's house. It was as glamorous as I'd hoped. Wall-to-wall smart ball and fleece vests. It was like the inside of LL Bean's heart. But it sucked without you.
Look, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think LL Bean is a real guy.
Not the point right now, Jess.
Sorry.
What I realised is that even though Christmas is a bullshit holiday that the Christians appropriated from the pagans, and even though it's a festival of toxic consumerism, it's still a time to be with the people that you love. It's the brightest night at the darkest time of the year. It's a time to be with the people you care about. And I didn't care about any of those people. We've had a band nobody cared about for 20 years, and tonight we broke through and got some attention, and you know what? It kind of sucked, because I was being stupid and you were mad at me. I'd rather be with you than 1,000 Bernie Sanderses.
Wow.
Yeah.
5 minutes at Bernie Sanders' house, and you're a fucking hippie.
Oh, fuck off.
They hug.
It's been alright, man.
It really has. Well, should we light this dark night up even brighter? Then hide out in, I don't know, a squat with no real heat in Montpellier for a couple of months? What do you say?
Isn't blowing up a Starbucks kind of a pointless cliche? Like, more of a symbolic gesture than, like, actual praxis that changes things, you know?
What should we do instead? Get drunk and watch porn?
yeah, alright.
As they prep the Molotov cocktails.
LL Bean was definitely a real guy, by the way.
Fuck off, Phoebes. You don't know what you're talking about.
Soon, they throw the bombs through the window. The Starbucks explodes satisfyingly and they run away. Soon, sirens, which takes us to Charlie's apartment. Charlie, putting on his coat, he notices the letter on the table from Eli. He opens it.
Charlie, I understand. Something inappropriate would have happened. But I want to say, because I'm no longer working under you, and because, fuck it, it's Christmas, I'd love for something inappropriate to happen. To me, under you, yours, Eli.
Charlie puts it down, opens the door, comes back in, closes it, starts to leave again, doesn't, closes the door, then takes out his phone. He dials. Ace.
You have a motorcycle, right?
Interior leather bar, night. A tough leather bar full of Tom of Finland looking guys, intensely into his cell phone.
I do.
Exterior Burlington/Essex Junction. Soon, Ace drives a badass motorcycle toughly. Charlie holds onto his waist for dear life. Exterior XS Junction, sketchy part, near the train station. Ace and Charlie dismount. Charlie looks like he might throw up. He takes in how long this street is.
Essex Junction, sketchy part, near the train station.
You don't know which one is Eli's, do you?
Ace shrugs.
Okay, we'll knock on every one of these doors if we have to.
Charlie sighs and approaches the nearest house, but...
You said he sent you a Christmas card, right?
Yeah, why?
Does it have a return address?
Charlie takes it from his pocket and checks.
Remind me to give you a raise.
Charlie starts to leave.
So I should just wait here while you go fuck a 22-year-old?
He's 25. If the rule is... If the rule is that it's if the rule is that it's okay to date someone half your age plus 7 and I'm 35, then it means it's fine provided we round up halves.
Not that you've thought about it.
He starts walking, reading house numbers over his shoulder.
Not that I thought about it.
Exterior interior, Eli's front room, soon afterwards. Charlie knocks. It's opened by Sprout, 17, small, queer, they, who is in drag as Charlie from the council meeting. Identical jackets. Behind Sprout, the house bustles with queer/trans youth, most dressed in various eras of Lady Gaga, getting ready for Church Street.
Can I help you?
I'm Charlie Morgenstern, and so are you...
As if this explains anything.
The theme of the performance is figures from queer history.
Of course. Is there an Eli here? Spiky hair...
But suddenly a huge smile lights Sprout's face.
Oh shit!
He calls back into the house.
Eli! That guy who thinks you should be able to tell someone's gender by looking at them is here!
Charlie winces.
Did you choose to dress as me? Sarcastically or something?
But Eli is coming down the stairs.
Where the fuck is my fucking hair product?
Then notices Charlie and stops.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
Eli goes to Charlie, but awkwardly, Sprout stands between them and doesn't move.
Are you guys going to kiss?
It's hard to say.
Oh, no, right, that's you, sorry.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
An awkward moment, then.
Get the fuck out of here, Sprout.
Sprout goes.
Hey. These pages are sticking together. Oh shit.
I got your letter.
Oh wait. Can I have one of those? Oh yes. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And you came right over here?
I did.
Eli moves provocatively closer to him.
Cool.
Charlie steps back.
So Sprout is dressed as me, huh?
They're doing figures from queer history theme for their performance tonight.
Am I a figure from queer history?
Well, we try to put limits on the ways they express. We try not to put limits on the ways that they express themselves. And we've got to go, actually. They're on in like half an hour.
Cool. Bad timing on my part, I guess.
No, it's cool. You want to ride with us? With me?
That sounds great, actually. I've just got to tell Ace.
Ace is here.
Well, he's like 6 blocks away.
Come on, text him. We've got to get a dozen teenagers into a van.
Interior, moving van, soon. The van is crammed full of teens in elaborate costumes. Eli and Charlie sit with a teen in an elaborate Lady Gaga costume between them, making their conversation awkward.
It's just, I am older than you, and I was in a position of power over you. It was just immature of me to end your internship just so we didn't, you know.
You also called out that rich shithead misgendering me, not only in front of all of Burlington, but the whole internet.
That was pretty badass of me.
Like I said, I understand all of that. Those dynamics were clear. You think my school would give me credit for an internship if they found out
He glances at the teen between them, trying to phrase this appropriately.
If I had done something inappropriate with my boss. Because, you know, I would have.
I used to tour with fish.
What?
I used to tour with fish. I've seen 116 fish shows.
Okay.
I just thought you should know. It's because in case we're going to, you know,
he looks at the teen between them too.
Do something inappropriate.
So, would you want to do something inappropriate too?
I think I do, yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
They ride in silence, reluctant to say more with the kid listening. But eventually, the Lady Gaga teen says, "Do you guys know what barebacking is?" Charlie and Eli both look away. Exterior Church Street Marketplace soon. Sprout and the Lady Gaga teens climb out of the van, followed by Eli, who waits for Charlie. But Charlie doesn't follow him.
Are you coming?
I don't think so. You know, I'm the guy from the meme. I don't want my presence to take away from them.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Then, a twinkle in Eli's eye.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Wait here.
He goes. Charlie waits, unsure of what to do with himself. Soon, Eli returns.
Come on. I know where we can watch without stealing the spotlight.
Charlie follows as Eli weaves through the crowd until they pass Harper and Addison, happy on another date. Stay with Harper and Addison, as Addison notices CJ.
CJ, hey, what's up?
Hey, Addison.
This is Harper.
Hi.
Oh, cool. Are you two a thing? When did that happen?
Long, awkward pause as Harper isn't sure what to say.
You're trying to figure out how not to make a vaguely transphobic put it in his butt joke, aren't you?
And I got a joke that isn't fucked up. Hold on.
But he's got nothing. He laughs, she laughs.
You're all perfect for each other.
Off CJ, stoked for his friend. Exterior highway, Canadian border crossing, nighttime. A tiny rural toll plaza. Yet somehow it's gridlocked? Soon, we see why. A slow as molasses old man Vermont stereotype works the window. We see Jimmy's frustration. Exterior Church Street Marketplace, nighttime. Loads of people wait for the concert. Charlie and Eli weave their way through them until Jen sees them.
Charlie?
Charlie
Jen.
stops.
Jen, hi.
It's so fucking good to see you, my stupid ex-boyfriend turned busiest best friend. I wasn't sure if you'd come now that you're famous.
I mean, not famous.
I mean, I just saw a kid dressed up like you, like in that coat.
Oh, that was probably a cruel joke. Listen, this is Eli. We're gonna find some place a little less public to watch the show.
Watch the show? Careful, Eli. 15 years ago, you'd have been just his type.
What? Too dangerous for the... Sorry? No, I'm wrong. Oh, sorry. Can you say that again, Jen?
15 years ago, you'd have been exactly his type.
I mean, we are definitely going to have sex later.
Are we?
Come on.
Good to see you too, Jen.
Call me tomorrow?
I will.
She shakes her head. Eli leads Charlie to the fire escape.
We're going up a fire escape?
What? Too dangerous for the guy who shouted down all of Mitch Fest?
No. If anything, it reminds me of my direct action days. Did you bring a banner to drop?
Shit! I forgot the banner. We'll have to think of something else to do.
Eli starts climbing. Charlie tries not to look at his butt. Exterior, roof above Church Street, soon afterwards. There are drums and amplifiers up here, but Eli ignores them, and Charlie does too. Eli goes to the edge of the roof.
Look, we can see everything, but nobody's looking up here.
It's true. They have a great view of the performance and of Church Street Marketplace. Bad Romance in a cutting-edge music style I'm not familiar with yet because I'm 42 plays. That's Imogen. Exterior, Church Street Marketplace, soon afterwards. A dozen Lady Gagas plus B, Sprout and Zoe in an Eli costume do an elaborate performance. Midway through...
Did this somehow just become a Christmas song?
We try not to put limits on the ways that they express themselves.
The song ends, cheering. Then... Is that a mellow reggae Christmas fish cover? It's coming from a roof, where Charlie and Eli are making out, directly in front of Soul Hookah, who are playing live. The crowd goes wild again.
What do we do?
Smile and wave, I guess.
They smile and wave. People cheer more. Soul Hookah continues to play. Sprout makes out with Zoe, and a teen in a corporate guy drag looks on disapprovingly. Off, Eli and Charlie smiling and waving as everyone dances and cheers. Exterior, Church Street Marketplace later on. People mill about. Jen says goodbye to someone. She looks very alone. Jacob approaches and hands her a hot chocolate.
It's hardly Christmas without hot chocolate, is it?
She smiles automatically, but catches herself.
You know, Jacob, we've been making jokes about you being a grumpy asshole for years, but it's only just now, tonight, that I'm realizing the extent to which I've been enabling your shit. I get it, I do. It's trans stuff, it's trauma, it's lonely in that head of yours, but it doesn't mean you can just give expensive vibrators to 20-year-olds without consequence. Yes. And so, I want to be clear. Either you get on top of your shit, or fuck off, okay? A decade together or not.
Immediately, Jen is all smiles. B runs into her arms.
That was amazing. You were golden.
Nearby, Zoe rushes up to Kat and hugs her.
We kissed!
I knew you would. Did you tell them how you feel?
No!
Go to it!
I can't! Their mum found out they'd be here and she's making them take back to St. Albans.
Like right now?
Right now, they already left.
Zoe, what do we learn from Empire Records?
On Zoe's face, as her defenses come all the way down, and she decides, despite her fears and insecurities, to go for it.
And it only comes together at the last possible moment.
You know, they're gonna get stuck in traffic at the Winaski Circle. Did you see their car?
It's a rusty old pickup.
Of course it is. Zoe, go catch that pickup. Tell Sprout how you feel.
Zoe nods intensely. She turns to go, but the marketplace is packed with people. She looks to Kat again, nods, and then does aerobatic/gymnastics/parkour to get past the crowd. When she's on the other side, she looks back to Kat, smiling.
What the fuck?
I was a gymnast when I was a kid. I should have gone to the Olympics, but I'm trans.
She turns and bolts. Kat is surprised, and then, from off screen, Nico Case. It'll be Nico Case, I guess. Kat turns towards the voice.
Oh, hey! Nico Case!
How you doing? I wasn't sure you'd be up for, Christmas stuff so soon after your loss.
Oh, I would have, but I sort of ended up mentoring this kid. And I don't know, long fucking story.
Well, listen, I was hoping I'd see you. I made you some grief tea. She takes out a mason jar full of herbs with a big label.
Ooh, what's in it?
This and that. Motherwort, rose, hawthorn berry, linden, tulsi, a little cinnamon bark, mimosa, and I know this is weird, but a little lemon balm. And a California poppy. It's all on the label.
Wow. Thank you.
She gives it to Kat. They hug. I forgot to cast Nico Case. Exterior, Spike's Bar. Nighttime. Jimmy parks his Prius next to a bunch of beat-up motorcycles. Interior, Spike's Bar. Soon afterwards. Blue-collared dirtbags are suspicious as clean-cut, queer Jimmy approaches grizzled Spike. 60s, cis, he, behind the bar.
Hi, do you know someone named Casey?
Everyone in the bar looks up.
Fuck you want with Casey, pretty boy?
Well, sir,
You the same kind of faggot as her?
Well, that's not really terminology that I'd use.
Different kind of faggot, I think.
Spike gets close to Jimmy, intimidating.
Casey's a faggot, kid. But she's our faggot. Always has been. Sorry. And if you fuck with her in any way, if you break her heart, you're gonna have to answer to every single outdated redneck stereotype in this bar.
Pull back to see various outdated redneck stereotypes. Intimidating ones.
I'm in love with her. I wanted to ask her to move in with me.
After a menacing pause, Spike smiles widely.
Should have opened with that, city boy.
He leads Jimmy out of the bar. Everybody follows them. We go to exterior the Burlington streets at night time. Zoe rushes towards Winooski. She handsprings over a sawhorse, bounces off a wall to get past a couple taking up the whole sidewalk, that kind of thing. Exterior woods outside Montreal. A parade of grizzled bikers follows Jimmy along a rural road. Back to the Burlington streets, Zoe passes traffic by hand-springing across the tops of cars. Soon, she runs past corporate guy in a smoking area of a bar and, without slowing, knocks a beer out of his hand. We go back to the woods outside Montreal. Our parade passes a run-down old house where a few grumpy old people smoke on the porch, indifferent to the cold. An old man says, "What in the..."
This faggot is gonna propose to Casey.
The grizzled old people join the parade. Exit. Winooski's traffic circle. Traffic is stopped. Zoe does a flip over something. She lands and freezes. She sees Sprout's mum's pickup truck. From an open car window, as she stopped, a newscaster says, "In other news, a Starbucks in Burlington, Vermont seems to have been the target of arson. Police are hoping to question the members of local folk punk band..." Come on, you know I can't say that on the air. Zoe approaches the truck. Sprout gestures for her to squat so their mum can't see her, then rolls the window down.
What are you doing here?
I just wanted you to know that I'm really into you.
We just made out, remember?
But I was afraid it might not mean anything to you because you're so cool.
Are you kidding? I'm just some nerd. You've got, face piercings.
You think I'm cool?
You're a total babe.
Whoa, same.
Sprout's mum says, "Put that window up. What's wrong with you?" Sprout starts to roll the window up, slowly.
I'll see you online if I ever get my phone back.
Definitely. The window closes and the truck goes. We leave Zoe alone and elated. Church Street Marketplace soon afterwards. Kat sees Zoe returning. It's not clear if Zoe's happy until she smiles enormously and collapses into Kat's arms. Off Kat's relief and joy. Auto garage, woods outside Montreal. Nighttime. Jimmy arrives at the garage where Casey works. The crowd behind him. She's alone, working under a car, listening to the trooper.
Casey!
She stays under the car, but stops working.
Sure.
She slides out.
The trooper, huh? Nice.
Sure.
Listen, I know I might seem like a fair little intellectual to you.
A what?
A soy boy, a snowflake.
Sure.
But I drove here all the way from fucking Vermont.
The crowd cheers heartily for this curse.
I want you to come live with me.
What?
Or I can live with you here, I don't care. I'm in love with you, despite our differences.
Move to Vermont, then you can marry Ben and Jerry.
Shut the fuck up, Spike. I believe it was Mickey Fucko who said, true love is a love in which sensual pleasure and the friendship of souls do not intermingle.
Jimmy goes starry-eyed, but he can't not correct her.
It's Foucault. Foucault. And that is a very deep Foucault. Although I'm not sure.
I would move in with you.
They go to each other and hug.
An incorruptible love.
Which remains always the same.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Sure.
They kiss. Everyone cheers. 3 months later. It's the first warm enough spring day to be outside. Snow melts and drips as Charlie and Eli sit at a table, having coffee, laughing, enjoying each other's company. Jimmy and Casey approach, happy to bump into them. Jimmy introduces Casey to Charlie and Eli, smiles all around. Soon, Jen comes up, says hi to Charlie, to everyone. She and Charlie hug. CJ and Joey and Zoe approach. They know Eli. Eli splits off with them, laughing and hugging. Harper and Addison arrive. They say hi to Charlie and Jen. They know everyone too. Then Jax, Prue and Aiden approach. Aiden's telling some wild story with huge hand gestures. Jax and Prue are laughing. He's doing much better. They're all excited to see everyone too. Phoebe and Jess, in goofy disguises, still on the land, approach with Kat, laughing. They're all happy to see everyone too. Then enter a rambunctious Jade, who tackles CJ. The English queers stand off to the side, reserved but clearly charmed. Jacob shows up. He says hi to Harper and Addison, to others, and then, sadly, to Jen, who hugs him sadly in a we're not a thing anymore type of way. No, fuck that. Finally, Jen and Angela approach, holding hands, laughing and in love. They see Jax, Prue and Aiden and hug their hellos. Everyone is happy to see everyone else. As the camera pulls back, less prominent trans characters filter in too. Marcos, Faye, Gabby, then even more trans people, ones we don't know yet. The Church Street Marketplace fills with trans people. Off this possibly unprecedented in film number of trans people in one place. Happy to see each other, stoked after 6 months of cold, to film the warmth of sun on their skin.